Standing on the top now. No, nothing can move you.
Good day, welcome to another episode of Bob Brown on the Go. How you doing? Bob Brown Show on the Go. How you doing today? My monitor's earpiece is acting up, so I got the beats in today so I can hear myself talk. I got an email. Let me bring this up. I got an email from a young lady by I'm So Black. My black is my black is black. And this email right here, let me see if I can pull it up. Modern monetary theory is an interesting subject. This is a retweet from Jay Austin. The market is what we say it is. And I didn't say it. This is trusted, so-called trusted elected official made it quite clear. It's how we have the judgment to fund. In other words, the money is there. This country is filthy, stinking rich. We're still the richest country in the world. Dubai, I don't care what it is. Saudi Arabia, we still richer than them. Everybody talking about Arab money. No, American money. That's why people come to this country to get it, and they come out here and work themselves to a dog, and they take that money and go back to their country and live like a hog, which is kind of like a pimping. Kind of like abusing, kind of like using. You're taking away from the people who've been here from day one, and you're getting the jobs and you're getting the careers, and that's fine if it's equally, mutual. But for some reason, there's a expedite on these things when it comes to immigrants. Like right now, they're trying to expedite temporary citizenship here in New York, and these people are getting temporary citizenship. They're trying to put them in a hotel instead of on the streets. We'll never do that for natives. And fast tracking them to a job where they're gonna get paid on the table, and tax free, and they're giving them the opportunity to take some of that money and invest in their own businesses. I don't care if it's from a snow cone stand to owning your own bodega or whatever. We're going to listen to this because a lot of people sit up here going to come up with every excuse why this government is not going to give out reparations. I let this stuff go out the other year. Because now you're talking like a bigot. Because a bigot will say black people don't deserve their reparations. Black people not going to get it. It's in the Constitution. Black people, they don't have to pay your reparations. Look, we're not worried about whether they have to or not. Look, if your mother get in an accident, a car accident, and something happened and she have to leave to this world, the judge don't have to award the money to you, but you still go fight for it. I don't care if your chance is slim to none. You go fight for it, and you use every leverage you can to tie them up to give it to you. And that's what we're doing. I don't care what the laws constitute. I don't care about that. Oh, it's against the Constitution to get reparations. You weren't saying that when you gave it to Chinese, the Asian, even some Italian. I mean, you got to stop that. And you're trying to find every way not to give it to us because with the genius mind and the ingenuity of our people to turn nothing into something, you know that if we get something, we're going to turn it into something miraculous. And the economists say it may overtake white wealth. And that's why a lot of people are afraid of it. And that's why a lot of immigrants don't want it, because it will put us in a position where we're possibly can be the dominant society in America. And let me tell you something, black people ain't trying to dominate. We trying to mind our own doggone business. We ain't trying to be doing all that. We feel we can run the country just as good as anybody else. We believe if it wasn't for us being involved in some of these things, this country wouldn't be running at the level that it is. We built this country. And people say, well, white people had the blueprint. Man, white people stole so many blueprints from black people and so many ideas and talents and stuff. Get out of here. Now, The English settlers, because I have to say this because a lot of white people say, wait. No, you can't claim that if you was not an English settler. They're foundational too. But the problem is they migrated here. They're immigrants. Black people not foundational black Americans not immigrants. We didn't come here for hope and opportunity. We didn't come here for the American dream. We didn't come here for a step up. We didn't come here for upgrade. We didn't come here for a come up. No. And then people come up with these lame excuses, what the Ottoman Empire and the Egyptian Empire. Look, bro, if you were enslaved by those empires and those empires were still in existence, you have a right to claim and fight and get reparations. So stop that. That ain't gonna fly here. Stop. Problem is, those empires are not in existence. Why? Because they frauded the people, they hurt the people, they got rich off of people. That's what happened with the Egyptians. Now look at Egypt now. Egypt was the hub of the world. It was Dubai and America put together. Everything that's original, that's great, came out of Egypt. And because they, enslaved people. Roman Empire, the same way. Greatest empire, wealth and riches, people eating grapes, butt naked, and all that kind of stuff, music and all that kind, leaning tile, pizza, Roman Colosseums and all. They was doing it. But because they dogged certain people out and fed people to lions and stuff like that, a curse came on that country and it burnt. Every country that wronged people on purpose and got rich off people's back and not paid them restoration or reparation, a curse came on that country and the country ended up falling. And if America don't pay their debts, the same thing is going to happen. It's not me proclaiming the curse. It's just the way it is. It's like a law. You realize things never go right when you owe a bunch of people? And I tell you right now, anybody sitting up here, Nina Turner, person who I looked up to forever, talking about cancel student debt, cancel all that stuff. Yeah, cancel it after you pay black people their reparations. Any black politician sitting up there hollering that need to be ashamed of themselves. Shut your mouth. Wait, now I'm not saying you shouldn't cancel it or nothing like that, but right, you got the cart before the horse. You taking the money. You want to take the money that this government has. It's not going to come out of your pocket, bigot, racist white people. Oh, it's divisive. You're tearing the country. Why I got to be divisive? No, you're letting it be divisive because you're getting offended because black people are making demands. You're being divisive. Oh, look how it's breaking up the black community. No, the black community, a lot of immigrants are upset. Not all of them. A lot of them get it. I say most of them do get it. A lot of them get it. They're upset because they can't stake a claim for it because they were not part of the transatlantic slave trade, or they were not black Indians thrust into slavery and worked for free. That particular claim don't come to them, and a lot of them are upset. And you got these bootleg politicians talking about, well, we can't sit there and do that because that's going to get all up. Man, shut up. They do have a right to claim on the next phase. Well, we went through Jim Crow and prejudice and they hung my. This ain't got nothing to do with that though. There's a claim for that, but our claim isn't that. Our claim is you got filthy, stinking rich off free labor of black people, and you still owe their parents. You still owe that lineage. So my whole point of this video is a lot of people are always talking about where the money gonna come from, where the money gonna come from. That's what I say when it comes to Ukraine. That's what I say when it comes to canceling student debt. That's what I said when it comes to Medicare for all. Now look, I don't want nobody paying for medical services. But I'll be doggone if you're gonna think you're gonna take And you're going to sit here and ignore what you owe FBA Freeman ADOS? And you're going to continue to take money, pull it out of your behind to pay for this, to pay for Ukrainians, to pay for Iranians, to pay for this, to give to immigrants coming into this country, whether they're trying to find a hope and opportunity or they're trying to run from the cartels. Ain't no way. You're taking the money that you owe these people and you're giving it to everybody and their mama but these people. And you don't think that's not a curse? That's what you call robbery. That's a heist. That's a stick up. Stop taking our money and using it for all these. Pay the people what they owe because you got the money, and I'm going to show this to you. And then take care of all that other stuff. I'm not saying don't take care of all that stuff. First thing first. Priority. And every black politician, this is a priority, whether you want to make it a priority or your campaign or not. It is. And if you don't start making it a major issue in your policy plank, I don't care if you're from the local level to running for president, you're going to get a lot of black people that's going to say phooey with you. And don't come with no boogeyman and saying who else you going to vote for. I ain't got to vote for neither one of y'all turkeys. Well, vote like your life depending on it. I'm not voting because my life depending on it. I'm not going to sit here and give y'all power and y'all not going to do nothing. Let me get into this. You don't have to worry about money coming out of your pocket. The federal government is freaking loaded. They got money to pay for every program that you can think of. There's not a deficit. They put that out there to keep you, to keep you on the edge. Anytime a crisis comes, they put money out of their behind. It's like magical. Ta-da. COVID issues. Ta-da. COVID payments. Y'all need to stay y'all butt home. Y'all gonna kill my grandma. Ta-da. I give you a check, $2,000, $1,000, $500. Don't. They got money. They take so much of our tax dollars that they sitting on a gold mine, a huge hill. That's why they call it Capitol Hill, because they got all our capital on the hill and they sitting on it. Let's get into this. I didn't have any slaves. They ain't got nothing to do with you. Shut up. Ain't got nothing to do with you. I know you're saying, Rob, man, calm down, bro. Now, I get tired of the stuff, people trying to tweet me and stuff like that, and I don't have time to be answering it, but here I am. I'm going to answer it right now. This ain't got nothing to do with you, Beauregard, Jethro, Hank. Ain't got nothing to do with you, buddy. Wait. My grandfather, I don't have no slaves, so why I got to pay? Ain't nobody saying you paying. Calm down. I just don't think it's right. I just don't think it's right. It's a lot of poor people over here in West Virginia. But what they got to do with us? Give us our reparation, we'll start putting some money in the economy, and you might see a come up. All right, let me play this.
Because of this, the Judgment Fund is administered by the Treasury Department.
So the Treasury Department have this thing called the Judgment Fund. Now, I call that Judgment Fund money you owe black people, and if you don't start paying it, you're going to get judged. And it ain't going to be fun.
And is used to pay certain court judgments and settlements against the federal government. It is essentially an unlimited amount of money made available to the federal government to cover its own liability. The fund is not subject.
You hear her? She said it is essentially a unlimited. Reparations is about 40 billion minimum, 40 trillion minimum. Yeah, cash payment too. This lady said this judgment fund is literally an unlimited. Let me go. It's like Master P. No limit.
Federal government to cover its own liability. Amount of money made. It is essentially an unlimited amount of money. It is essentially an unlimited amount of money. It is essentially an unlimited amount of money. It is essentially. It is essentially. It is essentially. It is essentially an unlimited. It is essentially an unlimited, unlimited.
I'm doing that for a reason. Unlimited.
Amount of money, an unlimited amount of money, an unlimited amount of money made available to the federal government to cover its own liability. An unlimited amount of money made available to the federal government to cover its own liability. An unlimited amount of money made available to the federal government to cover its own liability. The fund is not subject to the annual appropriations process. And even more remarkable, the Treasury Department has no reporting requirements. Because of this, the judgment fund payments are made with very little oversight or scrutiny.
So they got this money, unlimited. There's no oversight. There's no scrutiny. You don't need to freaking study. You don't need the 10, 20, 30, 40. You don't need HR 20, 40, 90, 120, 420. You don't need none of that stuff. You don't need to study. You know you owe it. They already told you what should have been allotted to the families. 40 acres in the mule. You already know what that would be in monetary money today. So what's the problem? The problem is fear. You fear that giving FBA, Freedmen, ADOS people money, it's not the fact that we're going to pimp it up and go out there and get the fattest truck with the fattest rim. And even if we did, that's none of your doggone business. It ain't yours, it's ours. You're assuming every black person is just going to spend like it's crazy. Well, let them spend. It's going to help the economy and help you. But most of us not going to do that. Most of us know that that's our family's money and we're going to make it do what it do, buy some land, start some businesses, get in some business ventures. She said there's unlimited source of income. See what some people say about it. She never addressed the source of money. She ain't got to. The money has always been there. Bottom line is, stop making all these lame behind excuses for not doing what you know you better do. You better do it or this country will continue to be cursed. Most of the great nations of this world don't exist because of two things. They lost their morale and started having an anything goes mentality when it comes to sexuality and all that kind of stuff. Anything goes. You see a grass sticking up in the air, you can go and have sex with the grass. Well, that grass look good, boy. She all green and slim. I mean, that's one thing that killed a lot of nations. And the second thing is you're dominating God's people, whether you believe in God or not. You're dominating people favored from God. You're brutalizing them. You're dominating them. And you're treating them less than human. And you use them for your own self-gain. And yeah, you made a lot of money and got filthy stinking rich. and you're not even kind enough or smart enough to share equally the wealth. You gotta hog it all up so you can stay ahead of the game. And that's how these societies end up crumbling. Anybody out there talking all that stuff, making all these excuses, you need to turn your butt around and say, yeah, you need America to go ahead and get this thing done. Because I don't want this country to continue to be cursed. We keep saying, God bless the USA. Yeah. That blessing will come down like rain falling from the heavens after you do this. Owe no man but to love them. Meaning, pay these people and then turn around and start loving them. If not, then you will continue to walk around cursed. I'm Bob Brown with the Bob Brown Show. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Go make sure you're still subscribed, because they do that. That's how YouTube do. They unsubscribe people. They bunch of punks. And if you appreciate the broadcast, you can always contribute. Buy me a Coca-Cola or something, I don't drink Coke. Buy me a seltzer water. I'm like Cal Kalinske. Buy me a seltzer water. I'm a seltzer dude now. $2. But nah, I'm here. This is my pleasure. Talking to my people and waking them up. I'll let you later. Peace.